Hello YouTube! We are in Florida visiting our friends in Bonita Springs. Michael is chatting with Alexandra and her mother Vera is showing me her orchids around. We are enjoying evening on their back porch where they grow orchids, and here in front of the house there is a vanda they mounted on a tree a year ago, and in 1 year it grew that much, and right now it's blooming for the first time for that plant. That's how they grow orchids in South Florida. Just attach it to that tree and forget about it, and look at that root system. Alexandra says a year ago it was a weak and sick orchid. Then they added a couple more. Gorgeous, beautiful vanda. Vandas like bright light, bright but indirect. Plant is growing under tree's canopy and getting diffused light, enough to bloom. Now meet Vera. She is an orchid lover and orchid addict like all of us. She is showing me her oldest vanda, and I say, Vera, put it next to you. Let's see who is taller, you or your vanda. I think orchid wins. Orchid is at least 5'4". Then she is showing me her Dendrobium phalaenopsis, Burana charming, blue lip, looks like a tree to me. Yep, that's the size. How can you grow a orchid like that living in Pennsylvania? It's impossible for me to do. If I have Vera next to that Dendrobium phalaenopsis, this orchid will win over too. Vera and Alexandra, they order orchids in the big nurseries in Taiwan, Thailand. I like this one. The name is Big Brown Spin. Lately, I feel like I'm in love with antelope type dendrobiums. I guess their porch is a typical orchid Florida room, covered with screen. For shade-loving orchids, there is extra shady net. She said those fixtures got her orchids get through hurricane already. The opposite side of her porch does not have the extra shading. Vera keeps her vandaceous orchids in there, and no wonder why every other vanda is in spike or in bloom. And I got the same feeling again. I'm in walk-in closet with beautiful outfits or a boutique store with upscale dresses in it. Dendrobium phalaenopsis, Nacorin peach. Fluffy, air-light, soft colors, like Easter dress for little girl. Oh, I see something familiar. There is Rinha stylis, Bangkok sunset. Bright orange, Renanthera. Flowers not big, but there is plenty of them. So many hybrids. There is no way you can know all of them. Most of them hybridized in Thailand, like this one, Pirariara, Rapipath Pink, which is a hybrid between Vanda iridis and Rinha stylis. Oh wow, how bright this hybrid between Bangkok sunset and Ascasenda willis. Orchids are unique plants. You can hybridize them between different genera. You can cross Phalaenopsis with Vanda. You can cross Cattleya with Epidendrum. Like in normal plants, it's impossible. You do not cross carrot and cabbage. Maybe that's exactly how they got pumpkin. Just kidding. That exactly explains why orchids are the largest group of plants on the earth. Look at it. The true blue Vascasenda proper one. Looking at the flowers, it makes me think it is a Vanda cerulean hybrid. Yeah, definitely they know what they're doing. In Taiwan, Thailand, that's where all the vandas coming from. That's how you grow orchids in Florida. You don't need pots, you don't need media, no bark, no glowstone, no charcoal, and everything is hanging or attached or mounted on something, swinging in the baskets. And look at those roots. Crazy roots on Tolumnias. Crazy roots on everything. This one looks like Brassavola little star. I might be wrong. The little guy is Brassavola binosa, which is Brassavola nodosa crossed with Cattleya bicolor. Plants are everywhere, up and down in between, but it only looks like those orchids don't need any efforts to grow them. Vera has full-time job, big family, and she finds the time to water them twice a day, to feed them, and like everybody else, she has to spray plants with bug sprays, treatments to prevent fungus and other diseases. But for sure, she does not need grow lights or fans to move air around. I'm asking Vera if she knows how many plants she owns. She said, it's hard to say, hard to count. Maybe it is 1500, but she's not sure. By the way, we are inside her third shade house, I think. She has her favorite orchids she never will get apart with, but most of the plants you guys see, they are for sale. I will leave a link in description part of the video where you can see plants for sale. They ship only in USA. Fair prices. I ordered a few times from them. This dendrobium looks like dendrobium pumpkin patch. I have one, but it's not. It's a very similar but different hybrid. One of your favorite antelope type dendrobium is this one, red spin. She said it will grow very tall, taller than me. And yes, I'm very impressed of how many blooming plants in one place the same time, but I'm so impressed about roots, growing roots. Humidity is almost 100%. It explains why roots are growing with a light speed. This dendrobium she mounted 3 months ago. And for me who grow orchids in Pennsylvania, 5 months outside and 7 months in my son's bedroom, to me it sounds and looks insane. Vera says her grammatophyllum grow roots, grow pseudobulbs, but does not bloom. But I think it's still a baby plant. I know in Pittsburgh in our botanical garden, blooming grammatophyllums way bigger. Look at this Cattleya growing in a basket. No media, no bark. Look at those roots. Would you like to try to repot it? Just kidding. To be serious, I'm very jealous about conditions she has to grow orchids. I feel like I'm in totally different dimension where everything is in bloom and growing crazy roots. This dendrobium named Sonia. We have that dendrobium in our botanical garden. That's how I know. Vera said it lost a tag and got damaged while last hurricane. The hurricane was here like a week or two ago when we were visiting, but imagine how fast it will grow roots like this one. She said that dendrobium was mounted in spring 5 months ago, and see what she's using? Those wooden sticks she buys at Lowe's, something like they used to make shovels with. What a smart idea. And cut that stick in pieces. Вот она как поливает. Ой, тяжелая работа поливать орхидеи. Очень тяжелая работа. А как у тебя регулируется температура воды? She says she's using cold water. Nope, not bathing her orchids at all. Looks like in a hot climate. It's okay, but I'm trying to touch water and I don't feel it is icy cold water. Yes, it's cool. I can even say cold, but not icy cold. In hot summer months, she will water twice a day. In winter, once a day. If there is a rain, of course, there is no need to water. That basically all orchids need sunshine, air, and showers. Vera also adds love. I agree, even extra love in Florida won't hurt plants, but growing inside on windowsills, extra love leads to overwatering. And I'm not kidding. And check this one out. Dendrobium growing on a big slab of cork, even his cakey getting attached to that cork. Happy as it can be, hanging in there doing nothing, got a neighbor invaded his house. See that window on the other side? Was hanging next to the dendrobium. Probably decided it's too much room for one guy and moved right into his place. So now they are inseparable. Wish I can see them in bloom at the same time. How cool is that? I can stare at orchid roots for a long time. Look, this one starts up there and goes lower, 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 and right there. 5 or 6 feet. Roots on my vandas, they're trying to attach to pots or baskets, seeking for extra moisture. Here they're hanging down because extra moisture is in the air all around them. Beautiful primary hybrid between Vanda brunea and Vanda tessellata. This one is Kultana, Oriental aroma. When you hear Kultana name, it means a big orchid farm, orchid nursery in Thailand, in Bangkok. I've been in Bangkok, loved it. Even visited Madame Noknuch, beautiful gardens. Wow, that looks like piece of art. Vera found that piece of wood somewhere on the beach. Good thinking. She mounted so many calumnias on it. No doubts. Soon it's going to look like one solid green arch. And something else here. Look at this. To me, it seems like somebody was shoveling, forget to put that shovel away, and the orchids took over. Just kidding, that's not a shovel, that's kind of wooden sticks she buys at Lowe's and mount orchids on them. That's all for now. I will upload more videos about our trip to Florida, our vacation, our house hunting, and meeting orchid friends. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, guys. Best wishes to you and to your orchids. Bye bye.